Okay, we're changing out the fuel pump on a 2004 Dodge 1500 with a 5.7 Hemi. When we're dropping the tank and disconnecting the lines, the truck's got over 200,000 miles on it, so everything's kind of brittle and old. We've changed this pump out a few times. That seems to be the only problem we've had with the truck. So we got the new fuel pump. That was easy going in. That was no problem on replacing the fuel pump. But when we dropped the tank, the little nipple off of this vent for the gas tank broke off. It's just a vent. It goes on to the filler tube, and it's an overflow, and then it vents it while you're filling your tank. So there's no pressure on it. It could have just been a thing with a clamp on here, but it had a special quick connect thing. So this part doesn't come off the tank. You can't take it off. You can't replace it. They don't sell it. It's molded into the tank. The only way to fix it would be to replace the whole tank. So we're not going to do that on this truck, of course, or try to avoid it as much as possible. So we went to the auto parts stores. We couldn't find anything that would work to try to fix this. So what we did was we went to Lowe's, the hardware store, and we bought this little insert. Okay. And it's just a compression fitting insert. So it's brass. So fuel won't mess with this. It won't hurt it. You have brass parts in your carburetor. Okay, on old carburetor cars. Okay. So this little sleeve fits perfectly inside and actually really snug inside that tube. Okay. It does have a head on it. So we're going to use this cordless Dremel, which is really powerful. And we're going to take the little head off to make both ends the same, so it'll slide in easy. So this fits on the tube that's broke, and it'll fit in the end. Zoom in on this part. It'll fit inside the vent. So it fits in there. It's nice and snug, and it'll fit in here nice and snug. So that brass tube is going to give it more strength than probably what it originally had. What originally was in there. So also the way we're going to keep the two plastic parts together, we're going to use this JB Weld epoxy. I was worried about the epoxy and the fuel, that the fuel vapors, fumes, or any gasoline that drips down that overflow would eat whatever type of glue I used to just glue it. So that's why I needed to come up with something additional than just plain glue. So the fuel and all that won't ever touch the glue, because it's going to have this sleeve inside that's going to overlap by quite a bit into the splice. So the glue is just going to hold the plastic together on the outside. The brass is going to keep it stronger, and the fuel and anything that travels through that tube is actually just going to go down through the brass fitting and not through the plastic itself in that portion of the line. So we're going to work on that. The fuel pump itself, that was easy fix. It just slides right in, fits in with no problem.